Hello, everybody. This is Scott Woods. Today, we're going to talk about how we might come up with a rate for a truck that we're running or dispatching. Just some cool little tools that are available to you, and they're available for free. All right, these are not tools that you have to pay for, they're not tools that you have to subscribe to. It's going to help an owner operator get more dollars per mile. It's going to help a freight broker agent in how he is going to help establish his rates that he'll charge a shipper, and then also to pay a truck. Now, the first thing we're looking at right here, it's DAT trend lines. This, in my opinion, is the only resource available from all these load boards that is pretty much spot on with the different rates that are going on around the country. Now, this is updated every Wednesday. It's available for, you can just subscribe to their little email and they'll email it to you in your inbox. And then what's going to happen is it's going to give you the pretty much going rates in different areas of the country for vans, flatbeds, and reefers. It's not going to help you out on the big stuff. I mean, you really have to be more in tune when you're moving heavy haul for the trailer types and where the movements are going on to do that. But for most general freight, this will kind of help you out. All right. But basically, it's going to tell you the trends on our rates going up, rates going down. For instance, we're going to look at van, load to truck, and you'll see it. I'm about to click that, and it's going to take us and it'll show us the different sections of the country that are kind of split up. It's going to show you a little legend right down here for April 2014 load to truck ratio. Now, you'll see in the high red zones that it says 5.5 and above. That means there's at least 5.5 loads and above for vans in these certain areas. So where it's really red, and you're looking at here in Arizona, you're looking up here in Montana and Idaho, over here in Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana, Georgia. It's looking pretty darn good for to have, and also over in South Carolina to have a dry van because there's a lot of loads available. So if there's a lot of loads available, it means the rates are going to be higher there. So you want to try to get your trucks in and around there if you're an owner operator. And if you're a freight broker agent, that's where you're going to have to charge your shipper more to get your loads covered. All right. Now we'll jump back here and we want to look at flatbed load to truck. Now, flatbed open top freight, that's my stuff. Now, once again, if we look at the load to truck ratio, it says 18 and above. Now, you'll see most of the country is green right now, that heavy emerald Irish green. Well, green means money. Well, if you're an owner operator, pulling a flatbed or a step deck right now, it just says you pretty much own the market. With exception of about 6 or 7 states that you can see there, you pretty much own the market. You dictate the rates. The same thing as a freight broker agent to your shippers. Now, your shippers are going to come at you and basically tell you a bunch of garbage. As far as, buyers or liars are going to try to come at you with low rates. But you already know the availability to trucks here. That's going to mean that there is very little availability because of all the freight, and you should raise your rates up. Now, you don't kill your shippers, but you should definitely be on the higher side of your rates with this. Now, reefer load to truck. We're going to pop back over that. And you're going to see it's kind of sporadic right there around the country. There's some hot spots. The hot spots that are there right now are where you expect them to be hot. Up in Idaho, of course, with the potatoes and onions, and down in Arizona, you've got all that produce coming across the border from Nogales, and it'll be low down in Nogales and Yuma. Texas is hot because it's coming across from Mexico. You'll see Oklahoma and Arkansas are actually in the hot lanes above there too, and that's only because they have a number of food production facilities in those states, with also Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, the same thing. Those states have a number of production facilities. But this would show you where you're probably not going to find trucks the easiest, and your loads are going to take a while to get covered if you're a freight broker agent, unless you have the right rates. Now let's kind of take a look at the rating game here. Now, reefer spot market rates, and we'll look at those same states that we just kind of looked at. Now, you look at the hot areas, $238 a mile is what they're averaging. Shippers are averaging paying out there on the west, but the money, as you see, is up in the northern zones about 249, 250 a mile. Now that's not indicative of anything other than that's a general rate of what it's averaging. There's some shippers that are paying higher than that, 260, 270 a mile to get their loads covered. So the one thing is you don't want to do is you don't want to pollute your market. You don't want to prostitute your market as far as, it's all right to give the shipper a good rate, but guys, you can always go down on a rate, but you can't come back up. When you're given freight rates, you got to learn how to sell. All right, you can't just work for peanuts and pennies. If you want to do that, hey, call Bentonville, Arkansas down there. Talk to the Walmart guys. They'll get you a job as a greeter. All right, you're not moving freight as a truck driver. You're not moving freight as a freight broker agent to work for $100 a day. Quit being stupid. Make some money off this freight. Quit harming your market. You have to work in it tomorrow. Now we're going to pop back over and look at the flatbed rates, just what they're going for around the country right now. And I can do spot on. I'm over here, as you see in the Midwest, where it says Rock Island. That's right on the Illinois-Iowa border. $3.16 a mile. That is about the going rate for flats and steps around here right now. But up in the Northeast, you'll see in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, $3.84, $4 a mile for flatbeds and step decks. Now, brokers, if you can't make money on that, you broker agents where, you might bill your shipper anywhere from 370 to 384, as they're saying on the average. Let's just say 375 to $4 a mile. You can't find a truck for $3 a mile, you need to quit. You need to go somewhere else and get a different job because you are really bad at it. Now, drivers. Now, if you're an owner-operator and you're watching this video, guys, learn how to use these tools to make more money for yourselves. I'm a person that believes in the win-win situation. The freight broker agent should make money. The truck should make money. It's the transportation industry. We all work in it, and we all want to make people the most money we can. Now we're going to finalize this right here with the DAT portion by looking at our van spot rates. And you'll see van rates are starting to decline because the carrier capacity is moving up. The winter killed us, and the rates, I was just recently paying $230 a mile out of Columbus, Ohio to go out north to Denver. Well, now I can tell you I'm not paying that. I'm paying about $1.90 a mile right now. Because there's a lot of vans out here looking for freight, moving back here to get some of this to come off the West Coast. And I can only say that these rates are so close to what's going on in the industry right now. It's really, really working. Plus, you'll notice with Trendlines, they also give you some cool little features and forecast and things like that. It's just a great free tool. Now we're going to pop over here to the USDA Fruit and Vegetable Truck Rate Report. That's what you'll search this on the internet, guys. USDA Fruit and Vegetable Truck Rate Report. This is how you're going to find if you're moving any type of produce, if you're moving eggs, if you're moving ice cream, if you're moving any type of frozen foods. This is going to govern the rates. Now, even though this is only pertaining to vegetables in the different market areas, that the USDA issues, if you're moving a refrigerated product, you have to compete with these rates. So if your shipper don't want to pay him, he's not going to get trucks. You use this as a valuable tool to help you bid dedicated lanes. You also use this as a tool to help, of course, get your freight. Now, this is released every Wednesday, and the one we're looking at is from May 7th, 2014. Today's May 11th that I'm recording this video. All right, it's going to show you the different places in the country where there's a surplus of equipment and where there's a shortage, and it'll line it out from one point to the next. That's a valuable tool. You already know going in when you're bidding your freight that it's going to be hard to find trucks there. All right, now we go down to the next page. It's going to show you the rates. This will show you for the different types of vegetables, where they're coming out of, where they're going to, and it'll outline the rates. And I'll just use over on the right, Santa Maria, California, broccoli, cauliflower, iceberg lettuce, strawberries, and raspberries are adequate. Well, that's showing you that they have a good concentration of broccoli, cauliflower, and lettuce. And then they have an adequate supply of strawberries and raspberries. Well, out of Santa Maria, California, shippers are paying, for instance, Forest Park, that's Atlanta, that's the produce terminal down there, an average of 6,200 to 6,400 in the last week. Going out to Baltimore, 7,300 to 7,500 a load. Boston is always money, 7,900 to 8,100 a load. Rates are looking good for reefers this year, guys. Going back to the Chicago, 5,200 to 55. All these rates are going to your top 10, to anywhere from top 7 to top 10 terminal markets in the United States. And that's what they're paying brokers or trucks directly. All right, now it'll show you how much with the +2, where it says right there, +2, 0, +1, that's up either 100, down 100 per load amount. All right, and then they'll show you also the averages going across throughout the week, on the date range, and you'll see where it says Tuesday at the top and it says 900 to 950, because these things, trucks are a commodity, and so are the things that we transport, whether they be the vegetables or the frozen foods or whatnot, and commodities prices go up and go down. Guys, use these little freight rate tools to help you do better in your business and to help you make more money. This is Scott Woods. Please visit my website, www.freightbrokertrainer.com. You can talk to me directly. Call me, 888-854-6270. You can get in our next class. We'll show you how to really make money in this industry and show you what it's going to take. And we'll make you either a profitable owner-operator or a profitable freight broker or agent. Thank you for your time today. Visit our website at www.freightbrokertrainer.com.